Hey folks, thanks for joining me once again. It's another brutally humid day here in Australia, and as you can see, I've taken refuge inside in the air conditioning, and it's time for a beer. Now I'm going to be having another one that Gez recently sent me. This time it's Weidman German beer, which is 4.2% alcohol by volume, and it's brewed and canned in Germany by Weidman. Now this has got to have one of the best can designs I've ever seen or can recall seeing. I'll just spin that around for you slowly. You can see that Fräulein there in the drindle holding the brews. Yeah, and the guys there in their lederhosen, yeah, having a good old time. Yeah. All right. Okay, so yeah, what does it taste like? Well, let's find out. Crack open the can, and I'll pour it out into this Pilsner glass. My Spiegelau Pilsner glass, I should say. All right. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's make an assessment of the appearance as we always do. Well, yeah, it's what one would expect for a German lager. It's a clear golden color. It's quite effervescent. It's got a frothy bright white head there. I think I've got just a little under 2 fingers of frothy bright white head, in fact. But it sure does look good, and it's going to be yeah, my first beer of the day. So yeah, I'm most eager to dive in. But before I do so, I must make an assessment of the aroma. All right. Well, I'm getting a bit of grass there, and a little bit of grain. Bit of yeastiness. All right, pretty stock standard aroma, really. All right, so we've talked about the appearance and the aroma, so that can only mean it's time for the most important part of the review, the taste test. So, cheers to you all, and a special cheers to my good mate Gez. Let's dive in. Oh, that really hits the spot. All right, well, up front, there's definitely a nice malty sweetness and a reasonably bitter sort of finish that lingers in the palate, but it balances out nicely. It's very crisp and very refreshing, and yeah, certainly is yeah, going to quench the thirst on a day such as today. All right, must have another gulp. Oh, that really is hitting the spot, folks. In terms of its body, well, it's quite light-bodied, but I wouldn't call it watery. It's certainly still, got a good beer flavour to it. Yeah, doesn't suffer because of its lower ABV. All right, so gee whiz, look at that carbonation, and it's holding that head quite well, and there's a little bit of lacing there too. Quite an impressive brew, this one, and Gez tells me that the price point was pretty darn good for this as well. I think a carton of it is only around about the $30 mark, which, well, is really quite impressive in Australia. If I saw it around these parts, I'd definitely pick a carton of it up. Anyway, time to wrap this up and have one last gulp and give it a score out of 10, I guess. Well, all in all, it's quite an impressive brew. There's nothing offensive about it flavor-wise. It's not earth-shattering, but you know, considering you know, the price point, the ABV, it's pretty goddamn decent. So I think I'd be inclined to give it a solid 7.75 out of 10. So there you go, folks. 7.75 out of 10 for Weidman German beer. So if you do see it around, check it out. And once again, check out that impressive can. Yeah, that's definitely one I'll be keeping. Definitely one I'll be keeping in the collection. All right, well, thanks for joining me, folks, and hopefully I'll be back again real soon with another review. So until then, fare thee well, or